ESPN's Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. And what a beautiful setting for any reason. We are here for basketball, among other things, here in Lahaina on the island of Maui for the nation's premier early season tournament, the Maui Gym Maui Invitational. And fans of the Creighton Blue Jays excited to be here as well. They have traveled well. Fans of the Texas Tech Red Raiders have traveled well, as the Lahaina Civic Center is full. It is loud, and this is going to be a great 3 days of basketball. Why do we say that? Well, here are a few reasons. 5 of the 8 teams in this tournament are ranked in the top 25. 14 of the ESPN Top 100 freshmen are here in Maui, and 5 times the champion of the Maui Invitational has gone on to win the national championship this year. Maybe most importantly and most wonderfully, we are here in Maui for the first time since pre-pandemic times back in 2019. Would you look at this field? Again, 5 ranked teams. All of these games should be great. A number of teams could win this tournament. Boy, is this going to be fun. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Lahaina. Dan Schulman and Jay Billis, appropriately dressed, and very glad you're along with us wherever you may be. This is going to be all kinds of fun. Let's start with the Creighton Blue Jays. Big-time expectations for this team.
Well, first of all, Dan, love your shirt. I think it comes with a free bowl of soup. That's what's conjured up. But you're right about Creighton. It's a beautiful offensive team, and when you look at their starting lineup, 4 of their starting 5 are on the national watch list at their position, and that doesn't include Trey Alexander, who's one of the best defenders in the country and will someday play in the NBA. Had 18 points against South Dakota State, as reliable as it gets. But this team is going to have to try to get out in transition against an excellent Texas Tech defensive team.
Led by head coach Mark Adams, his second year as the head coach in Lubbock. And as you're about to tell us, and you already did, they are an outstanding defensive program.
Well, the Red Raiders allow only 53 points per game. They really let one team get out on them and score a high of 55. I mean, they didn't guard anybody in that game. But they're only allowing 39% from two-point range. They got to do a great job in transition D. They've got to do a great job on the offensive glass in this one. Kevin O'Banner, the transfer from Oral Roberts, is their leading scorer. He was the 4th leading scorer on last year's team. Their leading scorer, I think he has to have a good game in this one for Texas Tech to win.
6 of the 8 programs in this tournament this year have played in it before. These are the 2 that have not. So the Red Raiders and the Blue Jays, and again, both fan bases had traveled extremely well. A little bit more blue than red in the house right now, but there will be great support for all 8 of these programs here this week in Lahaina. Paul Sells, Byron Jarrett, Amy Bonner are the officials. We are about ready to go. Creighton in white, Texas Tech in black at the Maui Gym. Maui Invitational is officially underway.
Down to their normal number.
Bacho, one-on-one with Kalkbrenner, who made him work really hard. Tyson lays it in, and Texas Tech breaks the ice.
Texas Tech with Chris Beard. He committed to Texas Tech and then came back.
Now a steal by Bacho. And he'll finish it himself, and Tech up 4-0 early. Again, Creighton, a gifted offensive team. Texas Tech is tough defensively as there is, so a real contrast in styles in this one. Harmon, no. Tip, yes. That is K.J. Allen in off the bench.
Texas Tech's defense.
Fade away Kaluma. Kalkbrenner has it knocked away.
Brought it down. You bring it down, everybody's your size.
Pop Isaacs. Yes. And the freshman from Las Vegas extends the lead for Tech. Alexander cut off on the baseline. Good pass. The swing to Kaluma for a much-needed free for the Blue Jays. Tyson with a size advantage, but Nembhard holds his ground. Kerwin Walton, the North Carolina transfer, back to Tyson, who knocks down a 3.
And loaded that quick trigger up.
Shireman wide open off the inbounds and rattles home a 3.
Boy, Ryan Nembhard is such a low-error point guard.
He'll launch a 3, and he knocks it down.
Texas Tech in scramble. Texas Tech is switching everything right now. Slips will be open.
Nembhard, a nice look.
Good pass.
Boy, are they sharing it. Nembhard from the corner. It does not get any prettier than that. Right, it's hard to really understand what you're getting yourselves into.
Yes.
What a rebound. And the putback for the freshman, Frederick King, 6'10", from the Bahamas, and a guy still raw, only in about his 5th year playing basketball.
7-inch vertical. He can really shoot it. Lefty.
Harmon trying to back down Nembhard, gets it back. The pull-up from the elbow is pure.
And to play with this kind of intensity.
Arkansas Louisville coming in our second game today. Shireman with deep range.
Physical contest every time you drive it.
Big 5th in the Big 12 this year. Isaac's up top, and Bacho will finish.
Boy, he's just an excellent defender. Always plays straight up and down. And I don't think any shot blocker fouls as little as he does.
Alexander did a spectacular job creating a little space for himself.
Best perimeter defender. He's got a great mid-range game. He's stretched it out to 3-point. I think he's going to play in the NBA.
That's why he's on Harmon, because he can really guard, but Harmon is very crafty.
The transition.
Another turnover. And Tyson will lay it in to tie the game. Creighton ball.
Walton is guarding Kalkbrenner. He needs to post him up.
Good pass. Kicked it out to Shireman. Good pass. Kalkbrenner will take the assist on the 3.
Well, anytime you get a switch in an advantage situation, you've got to go after that matchup. This is not going to be a normal game for Creighton where they can just move it around the perimeter.
O'Banner, good patience underneath, and he lays it in.
Oh, if he and Max Asmus at Oral Roberts went on that great run a few years ago in the NCAA tournament.
Alexander, and there is Kalkbrenner with his first attempt and first points. A switch. Harmon driving on Kalkbrenner and gets it to go.
Boy, what a gutsy drive. The lefty, Davion Harmon, who transferred in from Oregon.
It's about an entirely new team that Mark Adams has, but Jay, obviously, he has instilled in his new players the way that he wants them to play.
Oh, they're going to guard. There's no question about it. Davion Harmon with yet another drive. Getting that, you can't let him get to that left hand.
Nembhard, baseline, lays it in.
To be kept to that side, but there was nobody there coming over from the weak side.
O'Banner with a size advantage on Alexander and Farabello, and he takes advantage of it.
Covers Creighton clinging to a 1-point lead. O'Banner's got a Nembhard on him. Now he switches back with Kaluma.
Bacho with a high arcing 3. King wants the ball down low. Got a guard on him. Doesn't get it. Kaluma with a tough spinning turnaround to tie the game.
Really athletic. He can run the floor just as well as Kalkbrenner can.
Shireman the kick. Wide open look for Alexander, and the Blue Jays are on top. For Creighton. Deserved?
Yeah, their Final Four good. No question. And especially with them playing this way in this physical contest and matching.
3 great games that all these teams will have here. The next game for Creighton, they're going down to Austin to play Texas as Kalkbrenner lays it in. Dot clock a factor. Harmon knows it. Blocked. Kaluma got him, and it's numbers for the Blue Jays. Nembhard takes a bump and finishes.
Right, you take a bump. You got to take a bump on every play, every pass in this one. And not only the pass, but the great shot fake off the catch to get the defense off balance.
A.J. Allen in at the 5 spot now. And the softest rims in America show themselves. Freshman from Vegas in the starting lineup for Texas Tech. Nembhard, left hand, basket is good, and a foul. In this game. And Creighton now 4 for 5.
Yeah, it's not like Creighton's been living there either. Great job splitting that trap.
Great matchup between Kaluma and O'Banner. O'Banner with great defense on him. Shireman gets free. Kalkbrenner. Boy, the big fella moving, and he's got a soft touch around the rim. Now they got a mismatch of sorts. Alexander. Wow. And a 7-point lead. 6 minutes and change into the second half.
Well, you have to be impressed with both teams. That's a great pass and a great cut. Instead of going to set the screen, he just slipped it off and broke it to the basket. Everybody free throw line or above. Big time.
7-0 run Blue Jays. Ends right there.
Now got to switch. Kalkbrenner has an advantage inside.
Paluma somehow slips inside and lays it in.
Yeah, both of them are really good. Both low error rate. They're floor generals, almost surgical in the way they go about it.
Wow. And when in doubt, how about burying a three off the dribble? Double-digit lead, Blue Jays.
And really now the game becomes for Creighton about getting stops. Wow, what a finish by Bacho. He is so athletic.
Had 13 turnovers late in the first half. Had not turned it over at all here in the second half. Paluma. Boy, is he good.
That's big time. So that Kaluma didn't pick up a charge. That's a big time play by Arthur Kaluma.
Isaacs. Wow. Not shy.
Missed shot that was going behind his head.
You know why he sets up on the weak side for the rebound?
That's where they come.
Physics.
No, that's math. That's called math.
Alexander for three. Can't get any space.
Good job by Bacho on that drop coverage on the ball screen.
What a job by Kaluma. The strength and the dexterity for the bucket.
Well, he didn't come to a two-footed jump stop. That allowed him to pivot afterwards. He just pivoted through and around the defense.
Bacho at the other end.
An incredible physical challenge. Everything has been physical in this game.
And remember, 3 games in 3 days for every team in this tournament. Kaluma for three. Beautiful.
Just talking about his ability to shoot it.
Texas Tech, as you well know, missing a terrific player in Fardaws Amack, a 6'11 senior who transferred from Utah Valley. And he is out with a foot injury. They hope to get him back for conference play. Harmon off the glass and good.
Well, how many plays has he made going to his left and maybe get a slip or a lob?
Kalkbrenner, fade away. And tipped up and in. Shireman. Bacho. Good defense by Kalkbrenner, and he's down again, though, and grabbing the left ankle again. Another game coming tomorrow.
And oftentimes they scare you more than anything when they happen.
Alexander soft off the window.
When Ryan Nembhard was out with injury last year.
Bacho somehow avoids Kalkbrenner. You could have given it to Kaluma. You could have given it to Alexander.
No
a bunch
question.
of different guys.
No question. I mean, it's big-time contributions by all their starters, really. For sure, like that, get a free bowl of soup.
Yeah, I texted my wife with a picture of all three. I said, what do you think? Still haven't heard back. King with a slam.
They're good enough to play with and beat anybody.
A 21-point turnaround. They trailed by as many as 7 in the first half. Isaacs again. Boy, he's had a good game.
He's a player, man. What was the teaching moment from that?
Well, we'll do some digging and we'll figure it out. Game 1 is in the books. Great second half for the Blue Jays as they beat Texas Tech 76-65. All 5 starters in double figures.